Did you see what just happened? Nike, the biggest name in sports, just signed Caitlin Clark and then went completely silent. Why? Let's break this down.
Nike landed one of the rare generational, potentially billion-dollar athletes. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, LeBron, and now Caitlin Clark. In April of this year, Caitlin signed an 8-year deal with Nike for up to $28 million. A super cheap contract they'll make a killing off of with a signature shoe. But despite winning unanimous WNBA Rookie of the Year, they've got no plans for a Caitlin Clark shoe. Why not?
It's possible that you're thinking, wait, isn't this a very big deal? The company Nike ought to be yelling it from the rooftops, right? In any case, that is precisely what makes this situation so peculiar. Despite the fact that this is not Nike's typical move, the company has maintained nothing over Clark, given that she has already signed this agreement. In addition to you guys, her WNBA season has already come and gone. And despite this, Nike has not made a single effort to increase her visibility. We have not been exposed to any advertisements. We have not come across any advertisements. We have not come across any items featuring Caitlin Clark. Without a doubt, we have not come across any sneakers that bear the Caitlin Clark signature anywhere. However, this is where things start to become really interesting. Despite the fact that Nike is remaining silent over Clark, they are making a lot of noise about AI. According to him, Nike is concerned about the public perception of handing a rookie a starting position since the company wants to give A'ja Wilson priority. Trademark shoe before an already well-known athlete who has just been awarded the most valuable player by the league for the third time. Where are we headed with this? Neither footwear nor sponsorships are the only topics at hand here. Currently, we are discussing issues pertaining to marketing, race, and the future of women's basketball. The game that Nike is playing is one that has everyone talking, and the stakes are quite high. Are you able to process how intricate this situation is becoming? Now, you are surely wondering why Nike isn't making use of Clark's celebrity to the most extent possible. First, let me tell you the kicker. Caitlin Clark's popularity is skyrocketing, despite the fact that Nike is remaining silent. In what magnitude are we talking? Imagine a 40% increase in the number of people watching the WNBA. Where does Nike get its ideas? It is important to keep in mind that Caitlin Clark was selected first, which indicates that they were the weakest team in the WNBA the previous year. Due to the fact that they were the team that received the most attention during the other games this season, it was irrelevant. Listen to this paled in comparison, drawing an average of approximately 394,000 people for each game you want to watch. Therefore, 1.19 million, in contrast to the 394,000 that the remaining WNBA clubs have. First, let's figure out why. Indeed, this is a very perplexing problem. Not only is Caitlin Clark talented, but she is also revolutionizing the game. Is this her first season? In the past, she was the first-year player that topped all rookies in points, assists, steals, field goals made, and minutes played. Additionally, she finished fourth in the poll for most valuable player as a rookie. For the Fever, that victory resulted in 35 points. Earlier in the weekend, Caitlin Clark established the record for the most assists in a single season in the Women's National Basketball Association WNBA, making her the most prolific passer in the history of the WNBA. She added another 8 assists to her collection yesterday. She is now the all-time leader in points, assists, and three-pointers for rookies in the history of the game. Caitlin Clark is currently in her first season in the Women's National Basketball Association WNBA, and she is doing anything she can to continue to exceed expectations. She has gone through each and every bar set that she has acquired for her, which is an astoundingly wonderful accomplishment. However, that is not the end of it. Over the course of a game, Clark is averaging 21.9 points and 10.5 assists. That is not only remarkable, it is remarkable enough to break records. Over the course of a single season, she has racked up more assists than any other player before her. You mean the fans? They keep coming back for more. An average of over 1 million people are watching her games each and every day. On the other hand, why is Nike not calling out her name from the rooftops? It is practically as if they have a golden ticket. This is something that they are holding in their pocket. This is not only peculiar, it has the potential to be a significant opportunity that has been lost. Give it some thought. It is true that Caitlin Clark has an effect. Sales of merchandise are performing at an all-time high. The level of interest in women's basketball is at an all-time high. She is not merely a player, rather, she is a household name. When it comes to sports marketing, she is redefining how we place value on female athletes. In Indiana, the Caitlin Clark effect is already beginning to take hold. The prices of tickets have already been reduced in the charts. Within an hour of the Fever drafting her, her jersey was completely sold out across the board. This past week, during a press conference that was filled to capacity, Clark made her debut with the Indiana Fever under the Hoosiers. She expressed her admiration for the significance that the sport of basketball holds for the state of Indiana. However, this is where things start to become really interesting. During the time when Nike was sitting on their hands, Adidas discovered an opportunity and jumped on it. Rather than simply signing Clark, they are making her the star of their show when it comes to their dedication to women's sports, as if they are saying, hey, we see the future of basketball, and it's Caitlin Clark. It is as if they are saying this. She was able to secure a significant endorsement deal with Adidas. This collaboration is a significant step forward. This is a significant victory for Clark as well as for women's basketball. It's not just Clark that Adidas is promoting. They are making an investment in her power to alter the course of the game. They are placing significant wagers on women's sports, and Clark is their best bet. Not only is it a daring move, but it has everyone talking about it. Adidas is generating a lot of buzz with Caitlin Clark, and they are bringing in some heavyweights to back up their claims. Billie Jean King, a sports star and global ambassador for Adidas, has publicly lauded Clark for her remarkable accomplishments, which include her outstanding rookie season and the award for Rookie of the Year. She did, in fact, give Caitlin Clark praise. There have been widespread reports that Adidas Global, in a post that she made on her former account, Ambassador Billie Jean King congratulated Caitlin Clark on her victory as the Rookie of the Year. This caused a commotion that spread across the Commons chamber. Right now, you could be. However, Nike is the dominant player in the field of sports marketing. Certainly, they are aware of what they are doing. This could be the case, however, from where we are seated, it appears as though they have misplaced the ball. Not every player is the same as Clark. This woman is a game changer. The landscape of women's basketball is being completely transformed as a result of her influence. What you see here is the post that she made on X a day ago. Let's get it up and running right away and now. A day ago, Billie Jean King uploaded this post to her X account. It is the image that you see above. He remarked what a first season it was. Caitlin Clark, who is 22 years old, has been named the WNBA Rookie of the Year for the year 2024. She broke the record for most assists in a single season, the record for most points scored by a rookie in a single season, the record for the first rookie in WNBA history to record a triple-double, and the record for the first rookie to record 103 points in a single season. Now, she is the worldwide ambassador for Adidas Bra, who posted this on her X account. The compliment that King offered was not merely a casual one. The celebration was shared on social media by her. Expressing excitement in Clark's accomplishments, she brought attention to Clark's remarkable accomplishment of becoming the first rookie in the history of the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, to record a triple-double, as well as her record-breaking point total for a rookie season. It's not simply that Clark is shattering records, she is breaking them to pieces, to be sure. I can claim that Caitlin Clark has generated more excitement around the environment of basketball. She has genuinely rebuilt and rejuvenated a league that was the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, and she is receiving a meager $28 million for 8 years, in contrast to Wemby's $100 million. I am of the opinion that if they had created a signature shoe for Caitlin Clark during this season, they would have made a massive amount of money. There is a sneaker that Sabrina Ionescu has with Nike, and it is quite comparable to a shoe that Kyrie or Kobe Bryant would wear. To tell you the truth, it definitely has the sensation of being a Kyrie Jackson sneaker. In addition, it is not only about the numerical values. Clark possesses that X-factor element. It is fascinating to observe her. There is a personality to her. People who have never watched a WNBA game before are compelled to tune in because she is the kind of player that does that. In terms of marketing, she is a gold mine. This is something that strikes a chord with Caitlin Clark. They are not her. Having white skin. It is not so much that she is straight. To put it simply, it is not the fact that she is suffering from the Indiana fever. Due to the fact that she possesses such edge, her game is well received by individuals in the basketball community and all throughout the country. Even though she plays with a lot of flair, she still has that edge. You raise your hands. I was sitting right there courtside with my wife when I heard her drop 3 F-bombs within the course of a single game. Indeed, I adored it. In this situation, what is Nike's strategy? Is it a four-player game? If the rest of us are playing checkers, why are you playing chess? Or did they make a significant error in their calculations? One thing is very evident, despite the fact that it is difficult to tell for certain. When it comes to Clark, their silence is, at best, perplexing and at worst, might have disastrous consequences. I had no intention of this video becoming like that. Into a rant, but this is simply another example of how people have failed to see the treasure that is Caitlin Clark because of their own shortcomings. However, I get the impression that there are a great number of minor adjustments and minor things that could be done. And to tell you the truth, I am upset for her. While Nike remains mute on Clark, they are making a loud noise. I heard from the rooftops about another player. Nike is focusing all of their attention on A'ja Wilson, but why is it not attracted to Clark? It is possible that the reason will cause you to doubt all you believed you understood about endorsing endorsement arrangements. The topic of discussion is A'ja Wilson. With multiple most valuable player accolades, Olympic gold, and a WNBA championship under her belt, she is a formidable force in the world of women's basketball. She is being promoted like crazy by Nike, which is all over her. But I'm getting off topic here. The evening of Wednesday, there was a woman who contributed to the Aces' victory over the Dallas Wings by scoring 36 points, grabbing 12 rebounds, and stealing 6 baskets. In a single game, Wilson became the first player in the history of the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, to record at least 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 steals. In addition, she is the only player to have at least 35 points and 5 steals in numerous games over several games. Moreover, she also became a member of a best-selling novelist on the New York Times list. When it comes to that, I would have some knowledge of it by the time. Way. There is a possibility that you are currently wondering, okay, but what does this have to do with Caitlin Clark? To put it simply, this is when things start to get quite fascinating. The way that Nike is dealing with these two superstars is very different. Regarding Clark, they are quiet, but they are very vocal about Wilson. How come? Does it simply come down to experience? What else could be going on, if anything at all? People are speculating that race could be a contributing issue. It's true, you did hear that correctly. According to the realm of sports marketing, the fact that Wilson being black is something that might occasionally be significant. Is that, in fact, what is taking place in this situation? On the other hand, is Nike engaging in an entirely other game? The rookie season that Clark had was really phenomenal. As if it were no one's business, she is attracting many spectators. Sales of merchandise are performing at an all-time high. She appears to be more marketable than Wilson at the moment, according to all accounts. Why, then, is Nike not making use of that opportunity? It is possible that Nike is attempting to strike a balance. It's possible that they are thinking, we can't put too much pressure on Clark without also giving Wilson her due. It is almost as if they are attempting to maintain everyone's happiness while walking a tightrope. But are they meeting their goals? Perhaps they are simply causing everyone to be perplexed. However, what comes to Nike? Being unwilling to give. Caitlin Clark, her own sneaker, because they are concerned about the amount of backlash they are going to receive on social media platform. It should come as no surprise that the CEO was forced to resign. When it comes to Clark, Nike is silent, but when it comes to Wilson, they are loud. How come? It is not merely a matter of talent or numbers. Despite the fact that there is a covert element at play, sports companies are being forced to face some unsettling realities. Are you ready to get a glimpse of what, in reality, is taking place behind the scenes? Now let's talk about the most obvious problem in the room. A race. It's true that it's a sensitive topic, but we certainly can't ignore it. Not only does Nike's strategy focus on basketball talents and marketability, but it goes beyond that. Navigating a complicated landscape of race representation and large sums of money is the focus of this endeavor. Moreover, it has everyone talking about it. Give it some thought. The WNBA is being completely overtaken by a white player named Caitlin Clark. She is soaring to new heights, attracting a large number of people and selling merchandise like crazy. An African-American player named A'ja Wilson, on the other hand, has been a dominant force in the game for many years. Despite the fact that both of them are excellent athletes, Nike is treating them extremely differently. How come? No advertisement or commercial has been developed by Nike. Beginning with Clark once she became a professional. And according to Ethan Strauss, a sports business reporter, despite the fact that Nike has an agreement with Clark that includes a signature shoe, it is possible that the shoe will not be produced until the year 2026. According to him, Nike is interested in giving A'ja Wilson priority. Some individuals believe that Nike is attempting to strike a balance between the two. If they exert too much pressure on Clark, they might be concerned about the consequences, due to the fact that there is a significant black fan base for women's basketball. Is it possible that Nike is concerned about alienating these devoted supporters upon Caitlyn's signing of her $28 million contract? In relation to Nike, there was a significant amount of criticism on social media. In point of fact, a prominent newspaper came out with a headline: "It is rumored that Caitlin Clark will be purchasing her very own shoe." I will explain why people are so outraged. In addition, the article states that although the news that Caitlin is getting her own shoe is a momentous occasion for women's basketball, the fact that the contract has been reported has resulted in some criticism shared on social media. When it comes to the contract, there are some fans who are dissatisfied with the fact that the only WNBA players who have signature shoes are white. Some people believe that A'ja Wilson, who is a star player for Las Vegas, ought to have been given her own shoe before Clark, who had not even participated in a WNBA game at the time. But this is when things start to get interesting. It is possible that Nike is passing up a significant opportunity because they are playing it safe. When Adidas recognized Clark's potential, they decided to invest in him. It is not just shoes that they are selling. The future of women's basketball is the subject of their statement, which is being made. Consider all of the opportunities. What would happen if more companies started investing in women's sports? If a single athlete can make such a significant effect, what would happen? We might be on the verge of entering an entirely new era in the field of sports marketing. Clark will bring all of her current national sponsorships with her to the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA, which includes State Farm, Gatorade, Nike, Xfinity, HR Block, and Panini America, to name just a few of the companies that she will be representing. During the offseason of the Women's National Basketball Association, WA, she has the opportunity to earn additional income from league sponsorships, which can reach up to $250,000 through a player marketing agreement. Not only is there a playoff pool of $500,000, but there is also a bonus pool of $500,000 that is divided between the two commissioners and the Cup teams. Let us dissect it in detail. We have witnessed the competition between Nike and Adidas, the impact of racial and gender issues, and the impact that Caitlin Clark had on the game-changing scene. But there is more to this than simply a single transaction or a single individual. The topic at hand is the future of sports marketing and the manner in which we will represent athletes in the years to come. In this location, Adidas is not only selling sneakers. The way in which we value women's sports is being redefined by the fact that they are saying we see the potential, and we are all in there putting forward a challenge to everyone else to also step up.